Now, what do I tell you all the time? What do I tell you? I tell you that it's a progressive country, right? And then, it's, you know, whenever I say it on other people's programs or something, I'm on television or radio, they're like, what? A country's center-left? No, you're crazy, man. I hear on television all the time, it's center-right, center-right. It's a right-wing country. Really? That's interesting. Well, let's take a look at the polls and see how that turned out. First of all, on marijuana legalization, 51-44, our side. We're winning big time. In fact, when you look at people under the age of 30, we are crushing. 2/3 of the country under the age of 30 favor legalization. Now, here's who we're not crushing with, but it's a sad day for them because TikTok. Voters over the age of 65 years old. Is that wrong? 35% support legalization. Okay? Okay, we're not winning with 65-year-olds on the issue of pot, but don't worry, the tide is turning in our direction. Look, not only is the country progressive, it's continuing to get more and more progressive. For example, on gay marriage, we're winning, 48-46. But to give you a sense of how much the tide has swung, just 4 years ago, in 2008, those numbers were dramatically reversed. They were 55% were against and 36% were in favor. So we were down by about 19 points there. Now we're up by 2 points. The country is progressive and getting more progressive by the minute. By the way, you know, that's true of all of our history. We never go back to being more conservative. It's not like, hey, after we freed the slaves, you know what? We got a little bit more conservative and then put them back in bondage. No. After civil rights, did we say, hey, you know what? That whole thing about integration, that was a bad idea. Let's split the races again. No. After we gave the women the right to vote, did we turn around and go, no, let's take that right away. No, we continue to be more and more progressive throughout time because it's a center-left country, it is a progressive country. The whole point of the country is that it's progressive, that it rebelled against the conservative monarchy. The liberals were Washington and Jefferson and Franklin and all of those guys. So we continue to go towards progressive positions. Now, I would say from time to time, if I found any polls at all that were where the country was not with progressives, sometimes it'd be on immigration. Not anymore. 57% of voters think undocumented immigrants should be allowed to stay and seek citizenship. I'm surprised by how large that number is. And then, you want to see a large number, 70% support President Obama's plan to help young undocumented immigrants that were brought into this country when they were younger stay in this country. The country is fundamentally progressive. So when they tell you otherwise on TV, they're lying to you. Look issue by issue. And you already know over 3/4 of the country in favor of protecting Social Security and Medicare at all costs. They don't care if the budget's in a disaster. They don't want you to cut those programs. They love those programs. And also, over 70% of the country say, enough is enough. Raise taxes on the rich. Enough is enough. Let's get out of Afghanistan. The country is center-left on almost every issue.